What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about Halo Top's new commercial that, as I'm sure some of you guys might have played before this video, but it's been playing as an ad before a lot of YouTube videos. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to say if you hear some banging in the background, the gym is open right now, so there are people lifting weights, so I apologize. So Halo Top is a pretty popular, if not one of the most popular, low-calorie, high-protein, like ice cream brands, at least here in the United States. Now, when it comes to Halo Top, they've been around for a few years, and I'm a fan of their products. I eat them not all the time, but maybe once a week, maybe twice every month or something like that. So I am very familiar with the the product that they do make. The reason that I think a lot of people will choose Halo Top over maybe another pint of ice cream is because a lot of times these Halo Top pints will be anywhere from like 300 to 400 calories for the whole pint, versus like a Ben & Jerry's or another ice cream brand where their pint might be, anywhere from 1,500 calories up to, the really crazy ones up to like 2,500 to 3,000 calories. So as you can imagine, someone that is trying to watch their calories or eat fewer calories, they can see a pint of Halo Top being, under 400 calories, and they're like, man, I'm going to choose that over the Ben & Jerry's or something like that that is going to be much higher in calories. So a lot of what Halo Top's, I think, target demographic, or especially the people that they kind of built their brand off of, are people that were, obviously worried about not overeating calories and stuff like that and kind of watching their calories. So, people would see, because the thing with Halo Top is that they print in very large numbers the amount of calories for the whole pint. So a lot of them will be like 360 calories for the whole pint. So they'll place that right on there. It's the most prominent thing on the ice cream. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of backstory before I played the ad that they are playing. So I'm going to go ahead and play that here, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So that was the ad right there, and the response has not been the best. So on that video, so it has 4 million views. It has 500, by the time I'm recording this, it has 500 likes and almost 3,000 dislikes. So why does it seem that so many people seem to dislike this ad? And I've been kind of thinking about this, the way that this even got sent to me was, again, in Instagram DMs, so I appreciate it. You guys are always the best. And so I've kind of been thinking about it, for the past couple hours, and I think a big reason is because, like I was stating before, is, this target demographic, the people that are going out there and buying this ice cream, are obviously not going to agree with what that ad is saying. Now, why do I think that? Well, the reason that I think that is because, again, like I've said, they print the amount of calories in very big numbers on the front of their tubs. So obviously, people that are going to be buying this ice cream are very kind of conscious about that and are kind of worried about that. And on top of that, this whole ad is about, you shouldn't have to, watch your calories. You shouldn't have to exercise. You shouldn't, right? That's kind of the basis of it. What's interesting is that the whole basis of Halo Top is, for a lot of people, probably going to the grocery store and seeing, say, a tub of Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's, and then thinking to themselves, wow, that sounds really good. But then thinking to themselves, I shouldn't eat 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 calories in ice cream, so I should choose the Halo Top. So it's just so strange that this ad is almost saying, stop eating Halo Top because you should eat whatever ice cream you want. The reason I say that is because most people will say Ben & Jerry's tastes much better than Halo Top does, but people choose Halo Top because they know they shouldn't be eating 2,000 calories in a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Now, a lot of the comments on the ad are talking about, the woman that's in the video dancing around and stuff, and, they're saying that she's really big, but I think the reason people have such a problem with this ad is because Halo Top's whole kind of business model, at least from someone that, was around in the fitness industry when they first kind of came around, it was all about catering to the person that is obviously worried about their waistline and worried about not overeating and worried about those things, right? So that is their core audience. And so the fact that they are now making this video, it just doesn't make any sense, because someone that is, that is really overweight, that probably doesn't really care about wanting to watch their weight or anything like that, like this ad is saying, why would they buy Halo Top? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, why would they go out and choose Halo Top when it does not taste nearly as good for most people as Ben & Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs? Like, I don't understand who they are trying to talk to in this ad. And another thing that I think is kind of strange to me is, a lot of the people that it seems like they're kind of, I would say maybe a little bit pandering to in this ad are people that are really against diet culture. And I think one of the most diet culture things in the world is these low-calorie ice cream brands. I don't have a problem with them. I eat Halo Top. I eat Enlightened. Like, I eat them. I don't mind them at all. Like, I have them quite a bit. So I'm not sitting here saying that all these companies are terrible, because I like the product. But I understand it's not nearly as good as a Ben & Jerry's and all that stuff. But one of the main issues with these brands that people that, this ad is kind of catered towards, they're going to have a problem with the fact that this ice cream has the number of calories slapped right in the middle of the packaging. It's the biggest printed thing that you can see. Like, I don't see how they don't, like, it's kind of crazy to me, because again, this obviously had to go through a lot of people before it got onto YouTube, and the fact that they couldn't see that people would have a problem with this, and maybe they did see that and they didn't care, but I would assume, they're out for profit, and so the fact that they thought this was a good idea, it's like they really have some problems up in the higher ups that didn't see this as, like, kind of, I mean, for lack of a better term, kind of cringy. Again, it's just funny to me, because the whole premise of this company is that ice cream, we're going to make ice cream healthy and we're going to make it lower calorie. But then this ad is literally the exact opposite of that. So it's like, if you want to make ice cream healthy and lower calorie, then do that and promote that. But if it's like almost they're mad about what they have created, and now they're trying to step back. Like, if you really care, then make your ice cream full calories, and there you go, right? Like, it's just, I don't understand what they were trying to accomplish with this ad right here. Now, personally, I'm going to be very honest here. Like, this ad, I do think that it's kind of silly and stupid, and I don't think it's a very great ad, but it doesn't make me, like, super viscerally upset, and I feel like we need to cancel Halo Top and they need to end or anything like that. Like, I don't feel that way. I do understand why people are upset with this, and I do understand why it's kind of tone deaf, and I think it doesn't make any sense. Again, I said it, I don't think it's a very good ad, but again, I do completely understand why so many people are upset about this, and it's like, it's funny because there's so many negative comments, and like the dislikes are so much, and I haven't really even heard anyone talk about this, so it doesn't seem like it's coming from anyone other than people just being like, nah, I don't think that that's right, so I'm going to dislike this and leave my comment. But yeah, it's I just don't understand what they were going for with this ad. A lot of the comments are like, oh, they're promoting obesity. They're promoting, dying early because of your weight and like all this stuff. I think that that's taking a little bit too far. I think really what the problem with this ad is that it's kind of pandering, and it's alienating I would say the largest group of your audience, or the people that are buying your products, right? Your largest customer base, to cater to a very small percentage of people that I don't even think are even going to want to eat your ice cream, because if they truly are thinking, I shouldn't have to lose weight, I shouldn't have to do this, I shouldn't have to do that, they're not going to buy low calorie ice cream. They're just going to buy ice cream, which is what I would do too. Like, if I was like, I shouldn't have to lose weight, I shouldn't have to do this, I don't care about any of that stuff, why would I go out and buy a low calorie ice cream? It doesn't make any sense. But again, that is just my opinion. I would love to know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am. Also, one last thing, if you guys do want to check out my podcast, it's called Work for Change. I do it with my brother. It's here on YouTube as well as any other podcast platform that you can think of. I'll make sure that I put a link down in the description. But again, it's called the Work for Change podcast. I'm really happy. We just surpassed over 400,000 downloads, so that's really, really cool. If you like these topics, I think that you will like the podcast. But again, it's the Work for Change podcast. Thank you so much.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.